Welcome to another episode of IMRC Tech Talk. We are here at IMRC Racing and Hobby Shop in lovely, historic Manassas, Virginia. We're located a little bit south of Route 66 and Manassas Mall. Okay, we have this wonderful big track set up here. Okay, and really awesome place to get some practice in, get some racing in. And yes, we just concluded our summer race season. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how I did. I don't know what place I came in.
I'll tell you
It's
the
okay.
points and I'll let you know.
Uh-oh. Okay. Sounds good. All right. So my name is Sajin.
And I'm Chris.
And we're here to talk about camber and caster. We're going to run different settings to see how it impacts the feel and performance of the car. So Chris, what is camber and caster?
Good question. Camber is the relation of the top of the tire to the center of the chassis. I'm going to turn this off here. And so what we're talking about is whether that's pointed in towards the center for negative camber or pointed away from the center for positive camber or straight up and down for just zero camber. That's what camber is. And we want to have either zero or negative, basically for better turn-in, better feel, that sort of thing. Caster is when we turn the car sideways and we take this pin here. This is the kingpin. Caster is a relation of the top of the kingpin between the front of the chassis and the back of the chassis. So if we have the kingpin facing forward towards the front of the chassis, we have negative caster. If we have it facing towards the rear of the chassis, we have positive caster. And that's essentially what caster is. And we want to have positive caster. You can have zero, but you want to have some amount of caster. You don't want to have any negative caster.
Awesome.
Special thanks to Danny at silverhorserc.com. They provided us with the batteries for our testing today. Find them at www.silverhorserc.com.
So Chris, what settings does the kit come with?
So it comes with 4 of them, and they have you install the 2.2. That's going to be -2 camber, +2 caster. They come with then a 2.4, which is a -2 camber, +4 caster. We have a -3 camber, +2 caster, and then a 3.4, which is a -3 camber and a +4 caster. So it gets more aggressive in how much camber and caster you have. Camber being the thing that affects how the car feels around the corner, and then caster being how it actually feels going into the corner, through the corner, and out of the corner. And as we go higher in these numbers, we're essentially making the car more aggressive if we don't have enough turn in or maybe not enough corner exit or stability for that matter as we go on higher caster, more positive caster. So.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, let's get some baseline. We're gonna do a baseline run using 2.2 as a stock setup, and yeah, let's get going and compare other settings.
Let's do it. Okay, I have to do my run again. Okay, so let's actually talk about initial thoughts, right? On the 2.2, car drove well. This is my first run with the car, so I ran terribly, but we'll see how things improve as we go into more aggressive camber caster settings.
Whoa! All right, it's my turn to do 2.2 top race. Okay, baseline run.
So here we are, we're getting ready to change out our 2.2. We're going to go to the 2.4. This is going to give us the maximum amount of caster that's available on the chassis. And this should help with forward stability as well as the mid to off corner power. Now it's my turn to run on the 2.4 tower bar. All right, so I
How do you feel?
definitely felt that the caster was giving me a lot more mid to exit cornering, but it was like off throttle. So it wasn't like I could get on the throttle and power out of the corner. It just felt like it was moving through the corner mid and exit much faster.
All right, I'm doing a 2-4. 2 caster, camber, and 4 caster testing.
Here we go.
Ooh,
What'd you think?
it almost felt like I had tighter diff, so I had more on power steering a little bit, more off power, but it was a little bit weird. But it gave me more confidence as it felt like it was a little bit more stable. So,
All right, start. All right, what are we doing now, Sajin?
we are going to swap out the plate for 2, 3. No, was that? Yeah, 3-2.
So we have more camber, -3, but we're back to the 2
2
caster.
caster, yes.
All right, here we go.
All right, Chris, what you got now?
Now we're going to run the -3 camber and the +2 caster. Yeah, so -3 camber, 2 positive camber actually gave me a lot of initial turn-in. That is the driving style that I like, is a lot of initial turn-in, because I slowed down a lot going into the corner, and then I was able to punch it out of the corner pretty well. So I'm anxious to see what's going to happen when we increase the caster. Okay, Sajin, what do we got?
3 camber, 2 caster. I think I like this setting also.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ooh, that felt pretty good.
Thoughts on 3-2?
It was trying to traction roll, but I didn't have to fight too much, but it turned really good. I liked how it felt.
Cool. All right, Sajin, what are we working on?
Hopping on 3 camber, 4 caster. Kind of interesting.
This is the most aggressive setting now that I would consider them. I'm sure that they consider it the most aggressive
Right.
setting. All right, Sajin, what have we just completed?
I just put in 3 caster, no, 3 camber, 4 caster.
Yep.
We'll see how that works out.
All right.
I just did a POV.
The race is completed.
Well, the 3-4 was more aggressive for sure. The car felt like there was a lot more on power steering, mid and exit, and I still had that initial turn in from, I think, the 3 degrees of camber. But it felt pretty good. I do think that we are at the limit for the front grip, or rather, we're at the limit of pushing the front grip to the point that the rear end's not able to keep up, because I see it bouncing around the turns now. So I think in the future, we'll see if we can knock that down with maybe oil or grease in the side dampers. Okay, Sajin, what are we on?
We are on 3 camber and 4 caster. Okay, kind of excited to drive this.
Here we
We'll
go.
see what happens.
All right. All right, thoughts on the 3-4?
It had on power steering all the way around the lollipop,
Yep.
whereas other settings, I had to feather the throttle.
Yeah.
So yes, you have more on power steering, but I didn't like it because it just drove weird, bouncy and weird.
All right. Rohan is getting the results back together.
Awesome.
But let's talk about our initial feel for 2.2, 2.4, 3.2, and 3.4.
Right. So 2-2. Oh, results are in. Thank you, sir. All right.
It's come all the way around.
I like the shirt. I like the shirt. Yes. Okay. But 2.2 had more steering going in, less steering coming out on throttle.
Looking back in comparison, it had the least amount of initial and on throttle coming out. It definitely had a much slower feel to it. So that's all I'm going to share about the 2.2.
Slower feel to it. Yes.
2.4 was the next run.
Right.
And on the 2.4, how did that feel with the -2 camber, but the increased camber caster?
So this felt a little bit more stable, easier to drive than 2.2 in my opinion. And lap time showed that we were a little bit faster, but I think it was more consistent for me to drive because it was a little bit easier to drive. Okay? It wasn't as twitchy.
Yeah. So when I drove the 2.4,
Mm-hmm.
that's when we increased the caster. And I did feel like the car had a little bit more mid to corner exit. Sorry. It had a lot more mid to corner exit compared to the 2.2.
Okay.
So now 3.2.
I think 3.2 was my favorite, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 degrees of camber and 2 degrees of caster was my favorite. I felt like I'm more of a, going into the corner, I have more struggle than coming out of the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So this allowed me to, I think, dig more inside
Yeah.
going in, and I felt really good. Whereas I didn't have to use as much brake, so it allowed me to kind of go into the corner faster, and coming out, felt decent. It wasn't too bad.
I liked the increased camber. It did give that initial bite, and I mentioned that earlier when I came off the driver's stand. Coming from the 2.2, the 2.2 didn't have the bite. The 3.2 had that initial bite, which gave me the confidence to drive it hard, and I think that shows in my top 15 average and my top 10 average where I was 7.9 versus 8.0 essentially.
Right.
Time.
Right.
So let's talk about the most aggressive setting now. That's the -3 camber and the +4 caster.
I felt like it was really on power steering was there.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if your rear tire is not fresh and new, that may cause a problem. Okay. But we had fresh new tires, so we had a lot of grip here today. So, this is one of those things where you might get in trouble if, again, the track condition is not ideal. But no, on power steering was there, but it just didn't feel ideal to me. Okay.
Yeah, it was really aggressive. I felt like I could push it harder, and you've heard me say that before. Every time we go with a firmer setting, I feel like I can push the car harder.
Right.
And I started to, but I really was only a little bit. It was a tenth slower on my fast lap. My average top 15 was 8.07, which was just a little bit slower than the 3.2. I don't know necessarily that I would gain any advantage to myself, my driving style, going 3.4. So I would probably, if I had to build this myself and kind of start over, I would go right to 3.2 because I
think
liked how
so.
that felt.
Right. 3.2 or 2.2, most likely 2.2 to start, and then 3.2 if you're not getting enough steering. I think would be a good combination.
Yeah,
Right.
and I would say you are right. I mentioned it earlier that I felt like when we got in the more aggressive setting,
Mhm.
I felt like the rear end couldn't keep up. It was
Right.
really, really bouncy.
Right.
And I think at that point I would go with a grease inside the side dampers.
Sure. Right.
A lighter grease, not a super heavy grease, but a
Right.
much lighter grease, but heavier than the oil. I think it would
Definitely.
slow it down enough to retain a
Right.
little bit of that grip. So
Right. So Chris, that was fun.
that was really fun.
All right. So What are we testing next week?
I think what we'll test next week is differentials.
Wow. Are we gonna do ball diff, gear diff, and tightness of the ball diff and gear diff?
I think what we're going to do is gear diff, ball diff. I have a slipper diff.
Nice.
And then if we can get our hands on a spool,
Okay.
we'll try spool. I don't know if somebody has one that we can borrow.
Right.
And what we're going to be testing is kind of like the base setting of the differential itself, and see what happens when we go from the gear diff to the ball diff.
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, and the slipper diff is from MWX, by the way. We'll use the gear diff from Team Associated, and the ball diff will probably be a PN or an X Racing, whichever we can get our hands on. So it'll probably be something used that we have just in the kit.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I have so many diffs
Yeah.
that we can use. Exactly.
So
Okay.
yeah, this is a great time. Thank you again.
All right.
Fusion, thank you. This has been a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Yep, we'll see you next week.